Start with a mysterious woman, add a touch of New Orleans, and lashings of voodoo. Now top it off with the trench coat. Et voila! We've cooked up a gumbo in Voodoo Detective. Hey guys, and welcome to YakWaxLips. My name is Michael, your point and click adventurer, and today we're cooking up a review for Voodoo Detective from Short Sleeve Studios. If you love point and click adventure games, then that's all I do here, so please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and why not turn on the bell so you don't miss my adventure game videos. Being a private investigator can be a lonely business, and it's made all the more frustrating for our protagonist as he's working on the fictitious island of New Guinea that has a serious tourist problem. People who are there to experience the culture, the food, and the climate of the Caribbean. They're invading and changing his own enjoyment of island life. These all have to be put out of the back of his mind as his next case has arrived, and it's one that'll take him to the far reaches of space and time. The detective in question is Voodoo Detective. That's his name, Voodoo Detective. And it's this baseline surface characterization that is a staple across the game.
Standing at a crossroads. I'm not sure where, but it felt somehow both familiar and foreign at the same time.
There's a nonchalance to him that is in part endearing and part annoying. It's the washed up detective trope down to a T. He has a great southern drawl to him, and overall the game has fantastic production value in voice acting, music and art, but we'll come to all that soon. Once we're into the game, we're greeted with a fun little title sequence where the title is part of the puzzle. It's a point and click, so we're left to pick up items and use them both on the environment plus other inventory items. Items we can interact with are clearly noted with a big black description at the bottom of the screen, and once we collect them, they're hidden away in our briefcase that can be accessible in the top right corner. We're also left with a voodoo spell cookbook where we're to create potions to help move the story along. The more the story evolves, the more difficult the potions. There's a fair amount of dialogue in the game, all presented and accompanied with a talking head, with dialogue trees that can go on a bit. Once we've exhausted these dialogue options, they're struck through with a line. The whole thing is played with a wry smile too, with just a hint of serious undertones. It's a black comedy, you could say. It's all packaged up in striking locations. The art is stylish, hand-drawn, and very, very impressive. The colours in both the real world and the other world are bold and give the game a sheen and that extra quality.
A dry gourd surrounded by loose netting used for voodoo ceremonies. Usually the netting has beads in it, but they're missing.
The big name draw here though is Peter McConnell. The composer for classic LucasArts scores from Full Throttle, Grim Fandango and more brings his expertise, and it pays off. The music is pure joy. So it looks and sounds amazing, but there are some aspects that don't exactly hit home. A game about voodoo, you'd expect a lot of history and explanation on the religion, but there's next to nothing. There are references to different aspects and practices, and there's a whole section based in another reality, but we never get a feel for actually understanding voodoo. The other major sticking point for me was Voodoo Detective himself. Quite frankly, I didn't really like him. There's an obnoxious quality to him that was like spending time with a spoiled teenager. He treats his only client terribly, often abusing her verbally, and there's no logical reason except that he's an arsehole.
You lost your memory, huh? Did you check the couch cushions?
Is this some kind of joke to you?
Take it easy, lady. You haven't given me much to work with.
When we're left alone with Voodoo Detective, he's not too bad. But when he interacts with some characters, yeah, he's just a jerk. When a game looks and sounds this good, you can forgive a few missteps. And overall, Voodoo Detective, it does hit the mark. The characters can be fairly one-dimensional, albeit with fantastic voice acting, and this does include the protagonist himself. Like I say, he's a jerk. We're supposed to be in his corner, but we never get to the bottom of why he's such a toolbag. The voodoo elements act like window dressing, but the puzzles themselves are very well designed and fun to figure out. It truly is a conundrum. Am I glad I played it? Yes. Did I have fun? For the most part, I'd say yes. Would I recommend it? Yes again. To experience the great art, puzzles and music. I just wish it was all in the presence of someone more likeable. Overall, it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Voodoo Detective is available for PC and Switch, and you can get your PC copy from the link in the description. Thanks to Short Sleeve Studio for the review copy, and thank you for watching. Check out these other adventure game videos, and until next time, have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, whatever it is you're doing right now, and take care.